So in case you hadn't heard, Alien Isolation has a pre-order bonus that is essentially a mission recreating the events of the first Alien film, with Sigourney Weaver and other cast members reprising their roles. Now this is a very cool idea, but why do you have to pre-order the game to get it? Obviously it will be released as DLC down the line, but shouldn't it be included with the game, seeing as though the content has been finished before the game's release? First I'd like to theorise that this mission was never intended to be a pre-order bonus, and that it was originally just meant to be DLC that they were going to release down the line. But it was probably too short to be sold as a big piece of DLC, so they didn't think it worth it to release it as such. So they ended up with a piece of content that they didn't know quite what to do with. Then they decided to make it a pre-order bonus. I'm presuming this as Sigourney Weaver won't come cheap, and it seems like they've spent a lot of money on something they're not charging extra for. What they should have done was include it on the disc, 1 because it's a decent thing to do, and 2 to gain some good grace from Alien fans who are unfortunate enough to buy Colonial Marines. But publishers don't care about customer satisfaction so long as you're buying their games. An alternate solution, beneficial for both publisher and consumer, would be to go the Catwoman and Arkham City route. Every copy of Arkham City came with a code for Catwoman DLC. This was to deter people buying it used, but players who did could buy a $10 pass that would get you this and some other content. Personally, I find this quite a reasonable system, as it encourages people to buy the game new and it opens up possible revenue from the people who buy it used but want that content as well. While not perfect in Arkham City's case, as it was content that was meant to be in the main game, it would work perfectly for Alien Isolation, as the mission doesn't have anything to do with the story, as far as we know. Not only would this be the less controversial option, it would probably increase sales in the long term, as less people would buy it used, and you wouldn't be punishing savvy consumers who want to wait for reviews or a price drop. And while I'd still prefer all content finished before release to be included on the disc, sadly that's not how the industry works anymore. But instead of this reasonable option, they made it a pre-order bonus, which may increase your pre-order numbers slightly. However, those people would have bought the game anyway, and the people that are on the fence about buying the game, or were just going to buy it a bit later, might be less inclined to, because you're withholding content from them, as they had the audacity not to pre-order. The saddest thing about this debacle is that Alien Isolation looks like a fucking great horror game, but shitty business practices have overshadowed what should be a game I'm excited for. Those are my views on the subject. If you disagree, please post your own thoughts in the comments, I'd be interested to read them. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that like button, and if you want to see more videos from me, please subscribe.